Good morning, sir. Good day to you, sir. So this is our activity 7, sir, from Dominic Giganto and Kevin J. Carrigo. For activity 7, pocket drilling, we decided on this design because it looked like a cassette or mixtape from the older years. This was used to play on music or sound recordings. So just diving straight into the drawing, we have our base for the workpiece, 100 by 70. So here you see this 70, 70, and then 100 for the width. Now for the parts inside the workpiece, we have this, this, and the three lines and the diamonds. So starting with the rectangular shape on top, we have dimensions of 90. So its width is 90 and length of 11, and the depth of the hole is 10, and the fillet is 3. All of the depth except for the two inner circles are 10, like this. This box is also 10, but the fillet but the depth of the two circles here are 2. I mean 3. And then for the two circles left and right, we have a diameter of 14, and it's cut through all the way from top to bottom, so it's see-through. And for the dimension for the inner box here, we have 56 for the width and length of 22. Also fillet of 3, you see here. And for the two inner circles, we have a diameter of 18 and a depth of 3. And now moving on to the three inner lines here, we have a width of 68 and a length of 1.56. The fillet for the three lines here are 1, and I just made for this part I just made one of this, and I just used the feature linear pattern, which has a distance of 4 mm here from the center. And moving on to the diamonds, we have an angle of 45 degrees for its sides and a length of 6.40 mm for the sides. So we have 45-degree angle and 6.40 length of sides, and the distance between each and every diamond is 8 mm. So we have here 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, and so on and so forth. And now for moving on to the 4 tiny circles, top, left, bottom, and then right top. We have a distance from the side of 2. So here, from here to the center of the circle, we have 2 mm. And now for the width of diameter of the circle, we have 2.50 mm. And I just used linear pattern again for here, and here. And I think that describes our drawing briefly. Thank you for listening, sir. Now, Kevin J will report about the programming of this workpiece.
Good day, sir. I'll be showing you our output and explain our program using CNC demo milling machine. So this is our output in Sinotrain. Sa program first, I set our workpiece. The size is 100 by 70 and the thickness is 15. This is negative because it's incremental so that the reference point will be here. Next is I placed 5 tools, 2 drills for making a hole and 3 end mills for pocket milling. G90 for absolute coordinates, G94 for feed rate setting in millimeter per minute. And first, I change my tool and equip this drilling tool that has diameter of 14 and N03 for spindle rotation on clockwise and N08 for coolant on. Then I started my drilling. First, I started here in left hole. This is true. I input the location of that hole and I set my feed to 100. How I did this is I click drilling and deep hole drilling and I input the depth the cut which is 20. The thickness of my workpiece is 15 and I put 20 so that it would cut through. And next is this right hole, this one. It has the same dimension here in the left hole, so I just copied it and I put the location of this right hole. Moving on, this I go to these small holes in the corners, these 4 holes. Then I change my tool and equip this drilling tool that has 2.5 diameter because the diameter in this hole is 2.5. And I put the location first is here. Then same thing again, I click drilling and deep hole drilling. Then I put the depth of cut which is 7.5. These 4 holes has the same depth, so I just copied it 4 times here and I put their respective locations. Then after drilling, I now go to pocket milling. I change the tool again and equip this end mill tool that has diameter of 6. I use 6 diameter because this rectangular pocket has 3 fillet. And so I use 6. Then first is this middle 2 circular pocket, these 2 here. Then how I did this is I click milling pocket and rectangular pocket. Then I input the reference point, the x0 and y0, then the diameter which is 18 and the depth cut which is 13. I just copy this. They are the same circles. What I change is the x value. Then moving on to this rectangular pocket, this one, the rectangular pocket. I click milling pocket and this time it's rectangular pocket. So I input the reference point x0 and y0, then the width is 22 by 56. It has a radius fillet of 3 and the Z1, the depth of cut is 10. So after this, go to top rectangular pocket which is this one. Then same thing, I click milling pocket and rectangular pocket and I input the reference point x0 and y0, the width and length, and it has the same fillet radius of 3 and the depth of cut is 10. So after this, I go to these diamond shapes here. I use another tool. I use the end milling tool, diameter of 3, because the size of this is 6 by 6, so I use 3 so it has room to move. First, I click milling, then pocket, then rectangular pocket. Then I input the reference point again, x0, y0. The width is 6.4 by 6.4. It has no radius fillet. The angle is 45. It's a rectangle and tilt to 45 degrees, so it became a diamond, and it has a depth of cut 10 millimeter. I copied it 8 times because it has the same dimensions. Their different only is their x-axis. So I change the distance here is every diamond is 8. So I change their x-axis by 8. Last thing is this three small rectangular pocket. This three. I change the tool again to 1.2 because it has a width of 2.48. I divided it into 2 so that it has room to move. Then I use rectangular pocket milling again, and I input my reference point, the width and length, the radius of 1 for fillet, and the depth of cut is 10. Then I copied it 3 times. It's just the same dimensions. Their difference only is their y-axis. So I only change their y-axis here. Then then after I'm done, I put M30 for program off. I can now simulate my program. So this is our output for activity 7, pocket milling. Thank you for watching. That's all.
That's all, sir. Thank you for watching, sir.
Thank you.